Hey everyone, welcome to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. We break down tech topics in a way that actually makes sense. If you're just starting out in web development, you've probably heard of Django and Flask, two names that dominate the Python web development world. Both are powerful, popular, and capable of building almost anything you can imagine. But which one should you pick for your first website or app? In today's video, we're going to break down these two popular web frameworks and compare them in the simplest way possible. By the end, you'll have a better idea of which one is the right fit for your journey into web development. Let's jump right in. Let's start with Django. Django is often called a batteries-included framework. That means it comes with almost everything you need already built in: authentication, database connections, admin dashboards, security features, and more. You can spin up a working web app in minutes without worrying about installing dozens of extra packages. For beginners, this can feel like a huge relief. You don't have to reinvent the wheel for basic features like login systems or form handling. It's all ready for you. But there's a trade-off. Because Django handles so much for you, there's a layer of abstraction. You might find yourself wondering, how did Django decide to do this? Or, where is this code actually running? Sometimes, you just have to accept Django's way of doing things, what's often called the Django way. This can be great for speed, but frustrating if you want to understand the code behind the curtain. Now let's talk about Flask. Flask is a micro-framework, meaning it gives you the essentials: routing, request handling, and template rendering, and then leaves the rest up to you. At first glance, this might seem like more work, and it is. If you need authentication, you'll add a package. If you need database management, you'll set it up yourself. But the advantage is complete control. You decide exactly how every part of your application works. There's no magic happening in the background. You write the code, you know the code. For beginners who want to truly understand web development at a deeper level, Flask can be a fantastic choice. You'll learn how each piece fits together because you're the one putting it together. But that also means it might take longer to build something with all the features Django gives you out of the box. So, which is better for a beginner? The answer depends on what kind of beginner you are. If your main goal is to build a project as quickly as possible and you're okay with following a framework's established patterns, Django is a great starting point. You'll get a lot done fast, and you can focus more on the project itself rather than the small details of how every component works. But if you're the kind of beginner who wants to get your hands dirty and really understand the nuts and bolts of web development, Flask might be the better teacher. You'll write more code, make more choices, and as a result, gain a stronger understanding of the core concepts that power web apps. There's also the question of scalability. Django's built-in features and structure make it easier to grow your application without major rewrites. That's why it's used by companies like Instagram and Pinterest. Flask, on the other hand, is incredibly flexible and can scale just as well, but it relies on you to choose the right tools and structure for long-term growth. In real life, I've seen developers start with Flask, learn how everything works, and then move to Django for larger projects. I've also seen people start with Django, finish their projects quickly, and never feel the need to switch. Both paths work. It's all about your learning style and your goals. If you're still unsure, here's a simple way to decide. Ask yourself, do I want to build something quickly with less decision-making? Or do I want to learn everything from the ground up, even if it takes longer? Your answer will guide you. At the end of the day, Django and Flask aren't rivals in the way people think. They're tools, and the right tool depends on the job and the developer using it. Whether you choose the all-in-one package of Django or the build-it-yourself approach of Flask, both will give you the skills to create something amazing. And that's a wrap for today's video. Hopefully, you now have a clearer idea of whether Django or Flask is the right fit for your next web development project. If you found this helpful, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell so you don't miss out on future videos. Also, feel free to drop any questions or thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. Thanks for watching, and happy coding!